I don't think Whataburger ever thought their app would be used quite like this in Texas. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, His Radio. You know about the people that don't have power because of Hurricane Beryl that just came right through there. Well, here's the unique thing about the Whataburger app. It'll tell you in real time if a store is closed or not, and it shows up in gray. And because of the power outages in Texas, people are literally, because they can't get any kind of media in, they're literally opening up the app. They're looking for the power that's coming back on, because as soon as the power comes back on, the store opens and it's no longer in gray. And so what a unique way to use the Whataburger app because of people who are still without power in Texas after the hurricane came ripping through.
Yeah, they're using it not necessarily to order their burger and fries. I mean, they're looking at it to see, okay, is it getting closer to me where we're going to have power? Does the Whataburger up the street from me? Do they have their power back? So mine should be coming on fairly quickly. But at the same time, if that Whataburger is open and they're having a hard time, maybe their fridge, they're out of power, obviously, so everything can spoil, they can go get something to eat.
Yeah, which is so good. Or they're finding a place to go find a hotel where they can get some cool air, because it is hot. Man, is it hot. One thing I'm so grateful for is that our ministry partner, Convoy of Hope, is on the ground already in Texas to help the need because of after the hurricane, so many people's houses were completely damaged. You know what a hurricane can do. I'm not telling you anything new. But right now, there's 10 semis there, and they are filled with food and bottled water, hygiene items, cleaning supplies, and there's even more that's coming right now with Convoy of Hope.
Yeah, there's 10 to 15 more semis that are on their way because there's such a need. And that's the great thing about Convoy of Hope is they see the need and kind of get prepared even before it happens, because obviously they see the same weather reports that we do, and we know something is going to happen, and they are at the ready when it strikes, their boots on the ground.
Rob and Lizz,
His morning crew.
Okay, I don't know if you're going through getting the kids breakfast this morning, and I don't know if it's going to work for chicken minis or French toast sticks or anything like that if you're going through a fast food drive-through, but there is a mom that has a hack. If you want to cool the kids' food off, say you've got toddlers in the back and you want to feed them on the go, how do you cool it down besides blowing your spit all over them, right? Because that's gross. Yeah. But we do it. We do it all the time. Okay, here's what she does. She takes the chicken nuggets out of the Happy Meal, out of the meal, and puts them in the air conditioner vents. And she sticks them in there, and then the air conditioning cools down the nuggets quickly. Yeah, her son, even for the longest time, didn't realize it was an air conditioner. He was young. He was still in a car seat. So he called the air conditioner vents nugget coolers.
There you go. Interesting choice of words. But
I know.
But I hope she cleans those vents.
Oh, I'm sure she does. But even if she doesn't, come on. Okay, I'm just going to say, I'm going to be real here. Okay. When the kids would drop their pacifiers, I would pick it up. I almost said, Mom. No, I would pick it up and go, and here you go.
Rob and Lizz,
His morning crew.
I just want to let you know, the struggle is real. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, His Radio. For the past hour, almost an hour and 20 minutes, like 80 minutes, I've been hearing this the entire morning. This is Liz moments ago with a package that was just so well wrapped with tape that she got off Amazon that she could not get into this thing. I'm not helping. I'm just letting her do her thing. This is Liz moments ago. She's working hard on this. Did you hear that? This is you, Liz.
I was determined.
Boy, were you.
Well, it became a fight between me and the package, and I was going to win.
So here we are. We're just seconds away from victory. Hang on. Check this out. Here we go.
Yes! And then I had to take a break.
She was worn out after that.
It was, I've never in my life, it was like the way my dad used to wrap gifts to us. Unreal.
Listen,
Amazon.
it was something to watch, trying to get into that package.
Yeah, here's the remnants of what
Yeah, plastic with a ton of tape wrapped around it. I mean, I
could make a cape
So-
of it.
We said, well, you deserve a cape after that.
I know, thanks.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So we hear a lot, especially around like New Year's Eve and 4th of July, about the fireworks and how they can affect our pets, our fur babies. So typically I think dogs and cats. I don't really think rabbits so much, but evidently that was an issue in Rhode Island during the 4th of July fireworks that were happening in Rhode Island. A rabbit evidently got scared and jumped in a river. And a lady saw this happen. She saw the rabbit struggling, going down the river. She jumps in and she rescues the rabbit.
Didn't she have to get rescued herself?
She did eventually.
That's what I thought.
Here's what I'm thinking. Wild animal. Rabbits, they don't understand that you're just trying to help them. And so they can snip, they bite you a little bit. Then you got to have a tetanus shot and, all the things that go along with it.
She had all that?
Well, I don't know. I am thinking maybe this is what led to her also having to be rescued. Possibly.
Wow.
Yeah. Somebody got it on video, though, which is amazing because, anytime you see something happening, everybody gets their phone out and trying to.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I saw that. I was scrolling the other day and I'm like, oh, look at that. Some lady's saving a rabbit out of a river. I had no idea that was the 4th of July and fireworks made that rabbit jump in the river.
That's what I would expect that happened because rabbits, I don't think, usually like to swim.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I don't know if you remember when The Incredibles came out. I thought it was a fun movie. The Incredibles and the superheroes and a normal family. Well, they're not a normal family. They're all superheroes. Then they came out with a second one, and it was just amazing in the box office. And I don't think anything has surpassed that since until this last weekend with Inside Out 2, which is the newest Pixar film. I didn't even know there was an Inside Out 1. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, my goodness.
Did I miss a movie here? I totally missed out on a movie. But here's the thing, Inside Out 2 surpassed Incredibles 2. So when it comes to like blockbusters, 1.25 billion across the globe in its opening weekend. Hello.
My goodness, I haven't seen it yet. I did see the first one, and I wanted to take the little girl in our family, Jessie. I wanted to take her this weekend, but her mom and dad took her, so I didn't go.
They beat you to it.
They did. So I got to see it. But you don't have to be a kid. Obviously, I've seen and heard adults that are, going to see the movie themselves without kids.
Well, it's nice to have something that's clean that you can watch, It just seems like,
I know it is, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm going to sound like an old guy, but I turn on the TV and I have to go to HGTV to see something that doesn't have a lot of junk in it,
Oh, yeah.
And I'm talking about the home renovation things. Those are the cleanest shows I can find.
Yeah, we've been rewatching like the last 20 seasons of Survivor.
Have you really?
We have, and I'm almost to the end of it, and it gets a little sketchier, each season along, but those early ones, they're pretty safe.
Yeah, you would think so, except for the first one with the first one.
Except for the first.
Yeah, you gotta remember that. But
Not
anyway,
watching that one.
So I don't know if you're doing anything this weekend, but Inside Out 2, take a look at Plugged In Movie Review and before you go and see what it says about it.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So Kay Dorsey, she's from Boiling Springs, South Carolina. She must have some vocal chops, let me tell you. She just came in second in this, I guess it was a singing competition. This was going on in Alabama. It just wrapped up, and she came in second place.
Oh, that's great.
And it was a fantastic competition, something I've never heard of before. It's called Lyrics for Life. And what they do is they're trying to raise awareness for organ donation. And so she took part in honor of her son that she lost it was last January. He was in a motorcycle accident. Her son's name is BJ. He was only 26 years old, and he was an organ donor.
Oh, wow.
his heart, his kidneys, his liver, they were all donated and were instrumental in saving the lives of 4 different people. And so she wanted to take part in this competition just to honor him.
No wonder why she did so well. She's got so much heart involved in this, you know?
Right? Not only the talent, but you're right. I'm sure while she was performing, I can't imagine there weren't tears just as she was thinking about her young son. But she was able to donate his right kidney to someone named Michelle who lives in the Charlotte area. And so, they're getting to know each other. They got to meet each other earlier this year. It's just a phenomenal story. And she even said, God only gives us, and I'm paraphrasing, but God only gives us the people in our lives for a very short time.
True.
So
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
You probably heard this by now. If you're a member of Costco, they're like raising their annual fee by $5 if you're the Gold Star. I didn't even know they have this executive thing. Executive members, that's going up by $10 because you're an executive member. So there you go. Price is going up.
Right, the cost to shop is going up. I don't understand. And yes, it's only $5, but what in the world? Because I'm not a member of Costco. What's a Gold Star member?
You just get a Gold Star every time you come.
Oh, good.
It's really nice.
Okay, so they're making me feel better about myself.
Right? I'm thinking.
You bought fruit today. Here's your Gold Star.
There's this big deal. They're not raising prices for this hot dog thing, right? Is that Costco or Sam's?
Yeah.
Costco.
No, that's Costco.
So they're not raising the price for the hot. So what do? They raise the price of the membership to pay for whatever the hot dog thing is.
So you got to get like 2 or 3 every single. Well, I guess it is only $65 for the entire year.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't sound horrible.
No, if you get like 4 or 5 hot dogs in the year, you've kind of offset the cost. But I really want to know the Gold Star thing.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I wonder if your kids know the Pledge of Allegiance. Because if for some reason you may be taking a vacation to Massachusetts, there's an ice cream shop there that says, hey, any child between whatever and 12 years old, under 12, if they can recite the Pledge of Allegiance word for word, free ice cream.
Right. And if they're on the younger side, I'm sure they'll give them a little grace, if they mispronounce something, because it's so cute to hear kids, especially little kids, do the Pledge of Allegiance. And I'm hoping that there's some sort of ice cream candy store or something like that does this around here, because I think it's a great idea.
Oh, it's a really good idea. I mean, if you go to our Facebook and our Instagram at His Radio, you'll see on the 4th of July that we posted kids actually doing the Pledge of Allegiance. They did a wonderful job. And I'm wondering, isn't this something you learn when you're in kindergarten, first grade? Here's what happened at my school. I went to a Catholic school in St. Pete, Florida. My mom got a scholarship for me to go. She was a single mom. And when we were dropped off every morning, we lined up in front of our teacher, single file, in the parking lot. Every grade, it was 1 through 8. So you had 8 grades standing there. The flag would go up. We say the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'd walk into the classroom after that.
Wow. See, we did it a little different. We would go into the classroom, and then I want to say, at least in maybe first grade, you had someone that would hold the flag at the front of the class, and then everybody would say it together as soon as the bell rang, and then we got on with the rest of our day. But it was important for our teachers, to instill that in us so we knew the Pledge of Allegiance.
It started the day. At least at my school, it started the day for everybody. And then you started learning things.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Talk about real estate. Here's one in Charleston. And it is historic. We're talking back to at least 1941 when they decided, let's convert this coastal gun battery into a home.
That's odd.
Yeah, it's like a bunker. It's cement. I mean, you pull up to this house and it's cement. It's a real live bunker. It was a part of the harbor defense of Charleston back during the Revolutionary and Civil Wars. That's how old this thing is. It's 7,000 square feet. It reminds me, what was that movie that I can't even remember the actor's name, but they, in the 50s, they went down into the bomb shelter and he didn't come out until the 80s or something like that.
Oh my goodness, I don't know that movie.
You don't? Okay. It was the same actor that was in The Mummy. You don't even know. She's the movie buff.
But that's a scary movie. I don't see scary movies.
I don't either. I just know he's in that movie. Whoever
I know
that
Tom
actor
Cruise
is.
was in one, but it doesn't sound right.
That's not the same one. No, not the
Okay,
same
all
one.
right.
But anyway, I veer off a little bit. But they
7,000
converted this
square
into a home. So it's a bunker. It's a full home now, completely termite proof. If a hurricane comes through Charleston, you don't have to worry about it.
Pirates, however.
but it's taken care of. I mean, this really was a battery. 12-foot-long rifles were on this thing. 450 pounds worth of gun carriages were there. I mean, it's got a lot of rich history. Now it's up for sale. It is a home, and it's about $5.3 million for the real estate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, but it is 7,000 square feet. And more importantly, that movie, according to Eddie, Shanna, Chuck, and Terry, Brandon Fraser blast from the past.
That's it. That's exactly it. Thanks for the texts.